Hello, brothers and sisters. I just wanted to make a video to talk about something that I have witnessed that is so wonderful, and I love it so much that I really can't use words to entirely sum it up. But I'm going to try anyway. So, obviously, we're going through this life, and we've been hit with trials, and we've just had a rough time, but God has carried us. And He does provide things that we can enjoy while we're here. And for me, one of those things is uh, this is something that I don't hear anyone else on YouTube talking about what I'm about to say. But just one of the things that just makes me so happy is, might be surprising, but the way that I see God working in other people's lives. Like, obviously, I thank God for what He has brought me through and just how He's refined me. And also, I thank Him for how He's refined the brethren. Like, I have seen transformation. Like, I've seen shackles broken. I've seen people, unlike before, they're just rejoicing in the freedom and the just the way that God fulfills. And just to be someone who sees that happening to someone else, it just makes me happy. It's one of those things where I thank God for what He did for someone else. Like, it could be really anything, I guess. Like, let's say that a person needed a car and they are praying for God to give them a car, and then they get a car. I thank God for giving the person the car, even though, like, it's not even my prayer. I didn't pray, like, God can give them a car, But it's just, I find myself thanking God for helping other people, because it's not just that they're being helped. That's not the only thing. But I get to watch, I said car, but it could be anything. I'm talking like more like life transitions. Um, like if somebody, maybe if they were in bondage, or I don't know, if they had addiction or something, or struggled with feeling unloved, or had depression, or goodness, like I get emotional just thinking about it, because I'm like, our Father, it's like He breaks those chains, and I get to see that. I get to witness that. That to me is like having God gift wrap a present from heaven and then just like put it right in front of my face. Every time something like that happens. So, I mean, I thank God for answering other people's prayers. There, fact about me. Because what God does for the brethren, to me at this point, I feel like what God does for you, He does for me too. Like, if He heals you from a sickness, then it's like, even if I don't have a sickness, obviously, I'm just talking like what, empathetically, like by extension, it's like if He did something good for you, He did something good for me too. So if you're rejoicing, I'm rejoicing, and I'm just like, yeah, like, thank God that He gives us something that it's just another perspective. I'm just throwing it out there, another perspective. God is doing amazing things right in front of us right now. It's like, I know we're waiting, and we can't wait to see Him in heaven, and we can't wait to go to that wedding supper, but I'm like, yo, He's giving us a view right now. He's healing people right now. He's breaking chains, and He's showing people their worth right now. These are things that are just, you guys, like, is there anyone else that, like, if you just sit there and you just think about Jesus and all that he is, you just want to bawl, like, because he's so beautiful? Like, really, you know? Yeah, like, I was just reflecting on that, and I thought I'm gonna share it. Um, for those of you, if you've ever done this, if you found yourself thanking God for helping someone else that was completely unrelated to you, whose issue was never even spoken with you personally, but, you know, they just went out, they gave their testimony, and you're like, wow, like, God, you're awesome. You're awesome, you know? So, yeah, guys, look out for the way that God is working in other people's lives too. If you want a big joy trip, then look at your brothers and sisters and how God is moving in their lives. And if that doesn't make you happy, then it has to make you happy, of course, because we rejoice in the work of God through His Spirit, and we rejoice in seeing what God produces when His children are obedient. You know, it just, I said all that, but I am telling you, I didn't say enough. I'm gonna have to speak to you for the rest of eternity to tell you how happy this makes me, because that's when we'll be in the fullness of what God wanted us to be. That's when we'll have these bodies shed off of us, and oh, we have so much to look forward to. So, I wanted to share that with you guys. I love you. God bless you. Bye bye.